Hi, good evening, Annalise. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Good evening. Fine, thank you. And you?
That's great. I'm fine, thanks. Are you ready to start the conversation? Hello, Annalise. Are you there?
Hi.
Hello, Annalise. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good, very good. So we're going to start as always with a conversation. You know that I'm going to be reading something for you, and we're going to be paraphrasing those things and talking about that topic. All right. And remember also that you have to be ready for Monday. We're going to have a different oral presentation, and I want to know if you have some questions about Monday's presentation. You know, it's going to be the same any topic. This time, you know that we have different parameters in which you have, for example, the pronunciation, the stress, new words, right? The vocabulary, and all those things that we're going to be seeing. Do you have any questions about the oral presentation on Monday, Annalise?
No, teacher. Everything is okay.
All right, that is perfect then. So before starting, please, I want you to tell me, and this time you're going to choose one specific section or area in the news report. So which one do you prefer, Annalise? I'm going to read a couple for you. Do you prefer sports, traveling, style, entertainment, health, business, or politics? What do you prefer?
Health.
All right, health, right?
Yes.
All right, let me go there. So I'm going to choose one of these randomly that is going to be in this specific area, and I'm going to read this for you. Let me see if there's something different perhaps. Mm, okay, I'm taking a look at this. All right. So this is an article, as always, is about a specific kind of thing related to health. And I don't know if you know the name of this, let's say, disease or something, but you're going to tell me if you know. This is the headline of it. Psoriasis, making you desperate. Know all the treatment options. All right, that's the first and the main headline. Now I'm going to read the very first paragraph and let me know everything that you can understand.
Teacher, sorry, can you repeat
Of course,
the title?
yes, it's psoriasis. Okay, that's a name of a condition of something. Okay, psoriasis. Making you desperate is like a question. All right. Know all your treatment options, and that's like the answer. All right.
Okay.
Psoriasis. All right. So it's like saying, right? Is that making you desperate? Well, known all your treatment options. And here and the article perhaps is going to talk about that. Now let me read the first paragraph. It says, living with psoriasis can be challenging. Not only is this chronic skin condition physically uncomfortable, but it can have social and emotional effects as well. If you are struggling to find psoriasis relief, don't give up. Though there isn't a cure, there are a number of treatments to explore, and more are coming to the market every year. Treatments for psoriasis, they are more effective and easier to take than ever before. Perhaps one or a combination of the following options can help calm your psoriasis symptoms. Okay, that is the first paragraph, and I would like you to analyze this. What do you understand about all this information?
That psoriasis it's a disease, and there are some treatments, but I think that there are not really good. I don't understand this part.
Okay, okay. Anything else that you were able to understand? Perhaps a word or something?
Um,
Because we're going to analyze this together now. What I do after doing that, look, Perhaps this is going to help you, right? I'm like going to copy and paste the paragraph in the chat. All right.
Okay.
With that, we're going to be analyzing part by part. So let me read again the first part. First, try to understand this by yourself again. It says living with psoriasis, right, can be challenging. Not only is this a chronic skin condition, physically uncomfortable, but it can have social and emotional effects as well. So in that first part, what do you understand of that first part, Anneli?
Um, that living with this disease can be challenging, and there are some emotional and social emotions.
Okay, or you can talk about in this case, it is great. I'm copying and pasting that information. There are some social and emotional effects, right? So
Okay.
it means that this is affecting the person that has psoriasis, not only, of course, in terms of health, but also in terms of social and emotional aspects, right? And
Yeah.
more specifically, right, I was saying, right, this could be a disease or something, but in medical terms, it seems that is not like that. It is more like a skin condition, right? So it's like skin condition.
Okay.
Have you ever?
Okay. Maybe this psoriasis it's a dermic disease.
Yes, yes, that is correct. That is correct. And it says that
For example, like acne, maybe.
this is related to many things, it seems. All right, this is something that I'm going to be learning with you. But they say something interesting. Look, I'm going to go to the next part. Perhaps we're going to learn about that because I think with acne and all those things, it has like, let's say, a cure, but or is part of certain period of time that you live or pass through. But let me read the next part and let's analyze if it could be perhaps acne or something like that or something different. It says, if you're struggling to find psoriasis relief, don't give up. Though there isn't a cure, there are a number of treatments to explore, and more coming to the market every year. What do you understand in that part, Annelies?
Teacher, sorry, it's my internet. I don't hear you. I can't
Okay,
hear you.
I'm going to try to read one more time, and let's hope that it works. All right, I'm going to read one more time. It says, if
Thank you.
you are struggling to find a psoriasis relief, don't give up. That part, did you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Now I hear you.
Okay, okay. Now the next part. Though there isn't a cure, there are a number of treatments to explore, and more coming to the market every year. What about that?
Okay, yes, I understand you.
Okay,
That you can maybe travel in in search a treatment, but it is really difficult, and you have to learn to live with this. But they say that you can't give up for this psoriasis.
okay, all right, very good. I'm going to copy and paste. Yeah, actually, they're talking about there's a bad part, right, about this, and it's that there is not a cure, right? So if you have psoriasis, there is not a cure for that. But they say that little by little, there are more treatments, right? There are more and more treatments, and these treatments are coming and coming to the market. So the treatments are available for all the people who have psoriasis. But the treatments are not to cure because there is no a cure. The treatments are only to perhaps help people to deal with that. All right. So that's the main idea about that. It says that it doesn't have a cure. Let's continue and we're going to see if we can get something else about psoriasis. After that, it says treatments for psoriasis today are more effective and easier to take than before. perhaps one of the following options can help calm your psoriasis symptoms. What do you understand about that last part?
That are a lot of treatments, but you have to maybe to find the best treatment for you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, yeah, there are many ones, and of course, you have to find the best one, right? The best option that there is for you. I'm copying and pasting the last part. But the good thing is that contrary to what happened before, right? Nowadays, you can find more treatments, more options. And perhaps one of the following, exactly because in this article, they are showing some options of treatment. And perhaps the ones that have psoriasis can choose one to deal with that of condition, right? With that kind of
Yeah.
skin condition. Now, I'm not going to read in detail all the options, but I'm going to read parts of it. All right, and you're going to tell me what do you understand by that, let's say, a little part that I'm reading, and if you know more or less what the treatment is about. Okay,
Okay.
good. So look, again, this seems to the expressions, the words they use. Of course, these are medical terms, and of course, a doctor you will be understanding this better. But let's give this a try. The first option for a treatment is topical psoriasis medication. What do you know about that, Annelise? What is topical? What are topical medications?
Um, Maybe the creams that you put in your face or in your skin.
Okay, okay, yes, that is correct. When we're talking on when we're talking about topical, very similar to Spanish, right? Yes, we're talking about something that you apply directly on your skin, right? That you apply directly on your skin. And it says, look, here, this is explaining a little bit about psoriasis. I'm going to read this for you. Tell me what you understand. It says, psoriasis
Okay.
develops because of an overactive immune response that causes your skin to produce new cells and at a fast rate. This results in the itchy scales and red patches common seen in this condition. Treatments applied directly to your skin are usually the first line of therapy. All right. Let me read one more time. This time quicker, but tell me everything that you understand. Psoriasis
Okay.
develops because of an overactive immune response that causes your skin to produce new cells at a fast rate. This results in the itchy scales and red patches commonly seen in this condition. Treatments applied directly to your skin are usually the first line of therapy. So, what do you understand about this, please? And
Mm, I think that it's talking about this topical medicine that you put in your skin, and this maybe generate the cells. I can't understand really good this part.
okay, to generate what? What did you say in the last part? Please, Annalise, one more
Uh,
time.
the cells.
Okay, yes, yes, this is talking about the cells. What are some of the results, Annalise? Because, yeah, this is produced, and I'm going to perhaps repeat the very first part to understand how is this produced. Look at the chat. That's the first part. We're going to finish with this. It says psoriasis develops because of an overactive immune response that causes your skin to produce new cells. So your skin is producing new cells at a fast rate, or you can say simply faster, right? Faster than in other people. So with that,
Okay.
what happens with that? What happens when your skin produces more cells at a faster rate? This is what is the result. This results in itchy scales and red patches, right? What is itchy, Annelies?
Uh,
How can you describe something itchy?
the word itch.
To itch. What is to itch or what is something itchy? That is, and look, I'm going to spell the word for you, is ITCH. Okay, that's itch. And itchy is ITCHY. What would that be? What is something itchy?
Hmm. I don't know.
All right, don't worry. For example, when there are some bugs, right, some insects, and one of those that like they bite you or something, sometimes you have that part of your skin that is itchy, and you want to scratch that part. All right. So
Okay.
is when you want to use your hands, when you want to use your nails, right, to rubber that part because it's itchy. All right. So when something is itchy, you want to use your hands or your nails to rub that part. And you have red
Okay.
patch. All right. So that is the result of psoriasis. People that have psoriasis have those things. They have red itchy scales and red patches. That, of
This
course,
itch, sorry, teacher. This itch maybe it can be like rub.
uh, to rub. And how can you define rub, Annalise?
When you pull something a lot of times.
To pull. No, in this case, itchy or itch is like the sensation, right? That is being produced. That is the sensation. But
Okay,
to
okay.
rub is the action to calm
Yes.
that,
Okay.
right? All right. So itchy is the sensation that you feel in the skin, and you rub your skin, right? You scratch your skin to calm that sensation. All right. To calm that itchy sensation. All right. Great. And look, this is the last part. So, of course, because of this condition is in the skin and you have itchy scales and red patches, they are saying that treatments applied directly to your skin are usually the first line of therapy. So it means that the first thing that the doctors are going to do to treat your psoriasis is going to be, as you said, right, to give you some creams to put them on your skin and try to relieve that kind of sensation, that kind of, let's say, feeling that you have. Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any questions perhaps about the words that you have there or about the article, Annalise?
No, teacher, everything is okay.
That is great, Annalise. So we're going to be finishing here. All right. Remember that tomorrow we're going to have the last class to practice the strategies. We're going to check the recordings that you sent, and we're going to be ready for the presentation that is going to be on Monday again. All right. So thank you for being here, and have a great night, Annalise.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye bye, Annalise. Take care. Hello, Valentina. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Sorry, I was with problems with my internet.
It's great. Yes, I think everybody's having some problems, even me and also Liz, who was before you. I don't know what's happening, but it's okay. You're here. It's early, so let's have the conversation. Are you ready, Valentina?
Yes, I'm ready, teacher.
That's great. Now, you know what's the dynamic of this? I'm going to be reading something. This is related to health. This is related to something different, right? I'm not going to read about the COVID or something similar, but it's interesting to also know some medical terms to expand the vocabulary that we have, right? So let me read the headline of this article, and you're going to tell me if you understand the word that I'm reading. That is the physical condition here. Okay, it's a physical condition that we're going to be learning about. This is the headline: Psoriasis making you desperate? Know all the treatment options. Okay, that's the headline, Valentina.
Psoriasis, teacher.
Yes, that is correct. Psoriasis. So we're going to learn about psoriasis and we're going to learn something about the treatments to deal with this condition. Do you know something about psoriasis or have you heard something about psoriasis, Valentina?
Well, what I know is about is something in your skin,
Yes, that is correct.
like a red thing. I don't know the word mancha.
Yeah, that's what we're going to learn here. That word can be like spot or patch. All right, spot,
Okay.
patch. So also you're going to see when we're reading the explanation for this, you're going to see that word that I'm saying. All right, you can say red patch to say
Red
that little word.
patch.
Exactly. So let's go to that part. Let me read the very first paragraph. And again, as you know about psoriasis, it's going to be easier to understand, but you're going to tell me some other details that you can listen to. So I'll begin now. Living with psoriasis can be challenging. Not only is this chronic skin condition physically uncomfortable, but it can have social and emotional effects as well. If you're struggling to find psoriasis relief, don't give up. Though there is not a cure, there are a number of treatments to explore, and more coming to the market every year. Treatments for psoriasis today are more effective and easier to take than before. Perhaps one or a combination of the following options can help calm your psoriasis symptoms. So that is the first paragraph, like introducing to the article itself. What do you understand about all that information, Valentina?
About the treatment, I don't know if I hear well, but was like I don't know if it's more easier to have a treatment.
All right, all
I don't
right.
know if it was not easy, if it's not easy or is easy.
Yeah, actually, yeah. There are two things, right? One that is very negative, that it says there isn't a cure, right? So there is not a cure for this. This is something that you have your whole life, but there are ways to relieve, right? To calm the symptoms. And nowadays, the treatments for psoriasis are more effective and, as you said very well, Valentina, and easier to take than before. So, yeah, even if it doesn't have a cure, there are easy ways to find treatments to calm your symptoms. All right? What else were you able to understand, Valentina? I'm reading again the first part, and you tell me what are the other consequences or effects in psoriasis, or if you remember now. It says, living with psoriasis can be challenging. Not only is this chronic skin condition physically uncomfortable, but it can have social and emotional effects as well. So how can psoriasis affect one person, Valentina?
And not only in his health, but also in social, it can have effects in the social and emotional part of the life that the person is that has psoriasis. Sorry.
Exactly. Exactly. And why do you think that psoriasis has these like effects in the social and in the emotional aspect of a person? Why do you believe is that, Valentina?
Because maybe that person feels uncomfort. I don't know how to pronounce well. It's uncomfortable or uncomfortable.
Look, in at least in American English, the standard American English, the stress is going to be in the com, so it's going to be uncomfortable. Uh-huh.
Uncomfortable.
Exactly.
And when it's comfortable and uncomfortable.
Exactly, exactly. The only thing that changes is the "and" at the beginning, but the stress is going to be the same, right? Comfortable, uncomfortable.
Okay, and they feel uncomfortable with that. I forgot the word that you tell me that was mancha,
Yeah, with that you can say patch or spot or red patch.
with that red patch in his skin.
Yes, that is correct. Of course, that has negative effects because, as human beings, we are always looking at details and some things. And of course, people know that the physical aspect of something in a certain way can be important to deal with certain social relationships, right? Whether we want it or not, of course, the physical aspect and the look and the appearance has an impact in your life. So
Yes.
of course that kind of thing is going to affect anybody's life because it's going to be something that is going to make feel that person perhaps, as you were saying, uncomfortable or thinking that that the people who are around them, right, are judging, right, him or her just because of that condition. So yes, of course it has some social and emotional effects as well. And the bad thing about that, as we were reading as well, right? It says this. I'm copying and pasting this also in the chat, Valentina, so you can check all those words and all the information in the chat. And it says, you don't have to stop fighting for it, right? Don't give up, keep fighting. But though, what is a synonym of though, Valentina? It says, though there is not a cure, there are a number of treatments to explore and more are coming to the market every year. What is a synonym of though?
Uh, the word is in the chat, teacher.
Yes, yes, it is.
Oh. Okay. Synonyms?
Yes, what could be a synonym of though? You can use very similar words.
And nevertheless?
Okay, in a certain situation, yes, you can say nevertheless, right? Or even you can say even if there is no, right? A very
Even.
common, exactly. A very common way of saying that, you can say even if there is not a cure, comma, there are a number. So a very common synonym is even if, or you can say even though also, all right, or simply though or although. All those words are very similar in this kind of situation. The thing about nevertheless here, Valentina, is that nevertheless can be like only the result of something, all right, but
Okay.
in a contrasting way, right? You can say I like to go out, nevertheless I'm not going to go out today, right, because I'm busy. But though is like showing a condition that even if that is true, something else is going to happen, right? So even if
Okay.
there isn't a cure, there are a number of treatments. So
It's better even if in this
yes,
situation.
exactly. To replace though in most of the situations, it's going to be better to use even if or even though, the same though, but adding an even at the beginning is the same. Even though, although is only al, al at the beginning, and though again, and it's the same. But again, the closer that is the a little bit different is even if. Okay.
Okay.
Good. So we have that. Now let me read a little bit of the treatments that we have. So we know that psoriasis is a physical condition, right? Of course, on the skin, as you mentioned. And there are many treatments. We're not going to have the time to read all the treatments, of course, but we do have the chance of reading the first part of the first treatment. What do you think is this treatment about, Valentina? The headline or the title for this treatment is Topical Psoriasis Medications. What are topical psoriasis medications, Valentina, according to you?
Um, uh, the word in English is some skincare like
Okay,
creams for
yeah,
your skin.
perfect. Perfect. That is perfect. Yes. When you're talking about topical medications, you're talking about treatments that are going to be applied directly on your skin, right? So yes,
Yes.
skincare, something that is going to be directly applied on the skin. And let me read that first part because here we know a little bit about the definition of psoriasis, and we're going to finish with this paragraph. It says, psoriasis develops because of an overactive immune response that causes your skin to produce new cells at a fast rate. This results in the itchy scales and red patches commonly seen with this condition. Treatment applied directly to your skin are usually the first line of therapy. All right, that is the paragraph. What do you understand about that? Mostly has been said already, but what other details do you understand there, Valentina?
Mm, can you read it again, oh, please, teacher?
Of course, no problem. Let me read it again. Psoriasis develops because of an overactive immune response that causes your skin to produce new cells at a fast rate. Period. This results in the itchy scales and red patches commonly seen with this condition. Treatments applied directly to your skin are usually the first line of therapy. So that is the paragraph, Valentina. What do you understand about all that information?
It says why some people have psoriasis
Very
in
good.
her
Uh-huh.
skin, and the treatment that they can have that is the most common, like the topic treatment. I don't know if it's
Uh-huh.
good.
It's valid to say got to call it like that.
And that's why what I understand. And
Okay, very good. I'm going to paste the information. That's the main information over there. And as you can see, you can also see the symptoms, right? Itchy scales and red patches, what I was telling you, right? And what you were telling me also. So yes, because of the overactive immune response that is produced at a faster rate, right? The result of that thing is that you have itchy scales and red patches. It means that you want to scratch your skin every time because it is itchy, right? And you have
right.
those red patches. Of course, those are the symptoms. And of course, that's very uncomfortable, as you were saying. And that's why this treatment, right, the topic treatment, as you were saying, right, the topic I'm going to read the title again, is the topic psoriasis medications, right? Are the first that all the doctors choose when someone with psoriasis goes to their office, right? This is the very first treatment that they try. So we're going to finish with this, Valentina. I don't know if you have any questions or comments before finishing today's conversation.
No, no. Now I know how to explain about psoriasis in English.
That is great. Yeah, it's always good because you know these little details about words are always useful. Perhaps not only for psoriasis, but you can also use those words in other kind of conversations. So thanks for being here, Valentina, and we're going to continue with the class tomorrow. All right?
Okay, thank you, teacher. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Have a good night. Bye bye, Valentina.
Bye, teacher.